myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that.
What's up, guys? It is Thursday, about to hit my heavy squat and bench day today. A little bit different training schedule this week just because normally I hit this training session on Saturday, but I'm heading up to, I think it's Oshkosh or I can't remember, Stevens Point, somewhere to train with all the Wisconsin strongmen. They all get together on weekends and just kind of have a group training session. And yeah, I'm excited to get to go train with those guys. I did a few sessions with them when I was prepping for OSG, and yeah, they're all like super great guys, and I missed kind of training with them. So gonna go just kind of play around with some of the strongman implements, probably do like a overhead press and just whatever events everyone else is doing, just see what kind of seems interesting and hop in. Maybe I'll bring my camera along for that. I don't know yet, but yeah, so like I said, we're hitting the heavy squat and bench session today. I'm kind of getting over the flu the last it's been like a week and a half, I feel like, kind of building up, and then this past weekend was like really hit. Kind of on the come up of feeling better. My strength has been pretty well maintained, but the biggest thing right now is just like, it's kind of turned into like a chest cold where it's really hard to breathe and like catch my breath in between sets. I did a deadlift session on Tuesday where I worked up to a triple at 766 pounds. It moved great. Actually, like one of the best deadlift sets I felt like I've had in a long time. My starting position's feeling really good. And I'm feeling like much more comfortable even with the Cerberus, the Cerberus bar. And yeah, I'm like happy with how my deadlift is feeling. My lower back is really clearing up these last few weeks. And yeah, I'm excited to be trained deadlift again. But like strength was there on the sets, including on like bench after deadlift. All my accessories felt good. The biggest thing was just I was dragging because I had to like basically really catch my breath in between each set, and it was just it was rough, and I could still feel like it's still pretty like hampering me right now. You can probably even tell when I'm talking just like how winded I'm getting, just because yeah, it's a little tough. Plan today is to work up to a triple and squat at like 676 pounds. I think that's like 307.5 kilos. So and then bench would be 215 kilos, 474 pounds for a triple, and drop down sets after that. So actually realized I am about a week ahead of schedule on my goals for what I want to hit at the end of the block. I think I talked about in the last video, I'd like to finish this block around like 700 to 705 pounds for a triple on squat, and around like 220 kilos, 485 pounds for a triple on bench. As I'm progressing right now at the rate I am, I should end up at that in about 2 weeks, which gives me an extra week before I start my peak. So I think what I'm going to do is just take that week as a deload. It might time up actually pretty well with the fact that I am also getting a hair transplant next month. So pretty excited about that. You guys have been kind of roasting my hairline in the comments last few years really, and opportunity popped up that I can get a hair transplant here in the States. So I'm going to take it, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous, but well, I'm excited about it as well. So that said, we're going to get into training. Like I said, work up to 676, got some drop down sets, and then hopefully 474 on bench. And then we'll kind of, chat about how the train's going after that.
tomorrow, I'm so high today. Just popped a blinded. Wave rock like a line, it froze like a line. Party at the Finks, damn, that's so outlandish. She gon' make it clap, clap, throw them bands in. Walking through the wall off, they know my name, yeah. Dropped out, got signed, got mom house all in the same, yeah. Don't you come around me, ain't got the time, beat, no. Watch me do the Randy, touchdown. Knew how much I get, think Lil' Flame the golden child. Riding right behind her, pull up beside her. We poppin' champagne, damn you out the soda. Pull out the south, pull out the ride. We so hot, upper echelon. We so hot, upper echelon. I travel and get it, that's a game. I swear you bitch, show respect the S, I guarantee you get wet. Show nothing with us, I suggest you invest in the bed. A chopper no less than the 10. You want trouble in the LA. Hey, yo, on the top, I ain't finna do that. I put my pillow wherever you at. Put my foot in your ass and I hold in your hand. Okay.
All right, guys, so that was the top set. 307.5 kilos, 677 pounds. Like I said, that cold has me definitely very winded right now. Yeah, honestly, it looked really hard, but especially that second rep, kind of ballsy to go for the third after that second one was as slow as it was, but I just kind of felt like a little shift to the left on that rep, and I knew that it felt not bad, honestly. Like each rep felt smooth. It didn't feel like it was I was gonna fail at any point. Just that second one kind of misgrooved it a little bit. I knew that if I kind of cleaned it up for the third rep, it wasn't gonna be a problem. So yeah, very happy with that set. Just need to make a couple more jumps, about 15 kilos away from the goal. I think next week should be pretty good. I'll have a little bit more rest before I take on 690 pounds, 315 kilos. Next week, probably shoot for like 689 to 694 and then finish with 700 to 705. Yeah, got drop down sets, gonna drop pretty low, probably like, I don't know, take off like 2 reds on each side and then just hit a few easy triples at that and then move on to bench. So we're gonna keep this workout rolling, and yeah, hopefully bench goes as well. Hopefully it goes a little better. I don't misgroove it at all, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now, other than not being able to breathe. But you know, what else is new? Life of a guy with asthma. So you know, it's what it is.
Skeletons and spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons will speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. You only want to socialize and don't speak to you. But spooky, scary skeletons are starting to screams. The snake on the side of the dancing just won't leave you be.
All right, so obviously that did not go quite as planned. I tried the 215 kilos, 474 pounds. Just wasn't quite there on the third rep. Not super surprised by it. My body weight did drop quite a bit this past week with the illness. I just didn't really eat on Sunday or Monday. Like my body weight was sitting around 217 pounds last week, and right now it's stayed at like 213. So yeah, pretty significant drop in the body weight. I think that's also kind of timing up with obviously cycling off from the peak for power surge, basically just on low dose TRT, like 120 milligrams test per week. So would have been nice to get it, but honestly, with feeling you know, as like under the weather as I am, and you know, training this heavy train day on a non-standard day for me, usually like Thursday is kind of a accessory day more so. Like I do overhead press on this day. Yeah, I'm not too disappointed about it. I was expecting it. I think if I get my, you know, nutrition back on track and get carb up a little bit better, I think in a couple weeks 220 could be there. If not, at least like 215 to 217 and a half. So I'm not worried about it. And even if like, you know, 215 is kind of rough going into the peak, I am at a lower body weight, so, but also competing in a higher weight class. So my plan is to like kind of come in off the off season at like, I'd like to be around like 216 and then just gain maybe like 9 to 10 pounds throughout the course of the prep. So hopefully end up around like 225, 226 pounds, cut, you know, very easy 5-6 pounds, and, you know, be a full like 220. So yeah, I think that will really help with like the momentum once I get going on peaking. Those singles should build. Hopefully I'm not like I won't be restricting my calories, so injuries should be a little bit lower. That is hopeful. But yeah, so really happy with how the squat went today. Bench could have been better. Honestly, I also had to run to the bank in between squat and bench, so coming back a little bit cold. I think I had a little bit more energy earlier, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna drop down pretty light. Thursday, normally after the overhead press, I do like a kind of speed bench. So instead of my normal drop downs on Saturday, I'm gonna do that speed bench today. So like a 5x3 at 132.5 kilos, just really focus on explosiveness. And then I don't know what other accessories I'm gonna do today. So definitely wanna hit some ab wheel. I feel like throwing those in have really helped my lower back. That seems to have really cleared up since I added those in. And yeah, maybe like a tricep movement, just because it feels like the power off the chest and shoulders are good right now. Just kind of that tricep strength at the lockout seems to be lagging. So that's the plan for the rest of the workout. Like I said, heading to Oshkosh to train strongman on Saturday. Plan to bring my camera, but I don't know how much I'm gonna shoot. I don't know how much I'm gonna do, because also I haven't done a lot of these movements in a long time, and I don't wanna, you know, risk injury or anything like that. So we'll see. I know there's a few very strong guys lifting that day, so if nothing else, maybe get some videos of them training. And yeah, otherwise, not much else to talk about with this video, so gonna wrap it up there. We'll kind of show the rest of this workout, and then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. Also, if you guys need help with training, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app. Link for that description below. Get access to 40 plus programs designed by Andy and myself. 3, 4, 5-day programs range from beginner, intermediate, advanced, powerlifting, power building, bodybuilding style training, single lift, as well as you can follow along with my own training, which is the Goat Clash off season. Check that out. You also get added to our Discord where you ask questions, get form checks, and talk about training. If you guys are using it, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram so I can share your videos. On top of Proven Strength, don't forget to check out Next Level Strength. Get all the gear that you need, wrist straps, knee sleeves, best gear in the game. Very competitive pricing. Use code Bilbo to save 10%. And like I said, we're gonna wrap it up there. Stick around for the rest of this workout, and we'll catch you in the next video.